Hey, HSEstudy family, picture this. You're on a construction site. A spark hits some wood scraps and suddenly flames are spreading fast. You've got one shot to stop it. Do you know which fire extinguisher to grab? Every year, fires injure thousands of workers and cost billions in damage, all because someone picked the wrong extinguisher or didn't know their fire types. Stick with me, because today we're diving into fire classification and mastering Type A fire extinguishers to keep you safe. Welcome to your ultimate guide on fire classification and fire extinguishers, right here with HSEstudy. Fires are one of the deadliest hazards in any workplace, but with the right safety training, you can stop them in their tracks. We're breaking down the 5 classes of fire and zooming in on Type A extinguishers, how they work, why they're critical, and how to use them like a pro. This isn't just about passing an OSHA training quiz, it's about saving lives, maybe even yours. And don't worry, we'll cover Type B fires in our next video, so hit that subscribe button to stay ready. Let's get real. Fires are a nightmare. OSHA reports over 5,000 workplace fires in the US every year, with construction and manufacturing sites hit the hardest. The problem? Too many workers don't know the difference between fire types or which extinguisher to use. Imagine grabbing a water extinguisher for an electrical fire. Disaster. Using the wrong tool can make the fire explode, spread toxic fumes, or even electrocute you. Class A fires, those involving everyday stuff like wood, paper, or cloth, are the most common on job sites. Without proper hazard recognition, workers freeze, hesitate, or make deadly mistakes. I've heard stories that break my heart. A carpenter who lost everything because no one knew how to handle a Type A fire, or a warehouse blaze that could have been stopped if someone had grabbed the right extinguisher. These aren't just numbers. They're real people with families waiting at home. Getting this wrong costs lives and millions in damage. That's why understanding fire classification and Type A extinguishers is a must for workplace safety. So let's break it down. Fires are split into 5 classes based on what's burning, and knowing these is the backbone of accident prevention. Class A fires involve ordinary combustibles: wood, paper, cloth, trash, or plastics. These are the ones you'll see most on construction sites, in offices, or even in storage rooms. Class B is flammable liquids like gasoline or oil. Super dangerous, and we'll dive into those next time. Class C covers electrical fires. Class D is combustible metals like magnesium. And Class K is kitchen fires with cooking oils. Each type needs a specific extinguisher, and using the wrong one is like pouring fuel on the flames. Today, we're locking in on Class A because it's the most common and the easiest to get right with proper safety training. Now, let's talk Type A fire extinguishers, your best friend for those wood, paper, and cloth fires. These extinguishers are usually filled with water or a water-based foam, sometimes with additives to boost their power. They work by cooling the fire, pulling away the heat, and cutting off its oxygen supply. You'll know them by the green triangle symbol with the letter A on the extinguisher label. Always check for it. They come in 2 main flavors: pressurized water extinguishers, which blast a steady stream, and foam extinguishers, which smother the fire with a thick foam blanket. Both are perfect for Class A fires. But here's the deal. They're useless or even dangerous for other fire types, like electrical or liquid fires. Spray water on a live wire, you're in trouble. That's why hazard recognition is critical. Always identify the fire type before you make a move. Let me tell you a story that shows how this saves lives. A while back, a construction site in Texas had a pile of wood scraps catch fire from a stray spark. A worker named Mike, fresh off his OSHA training, stayed calm. He saw the flames, classic Class A, all wood and debris. He grabbed a Type A water extinguisher, checked the green triangle, and remembered his training. Pass. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the trigger, sweep side to side. In less than a minute, the fire was out. No injuries, no damage, just a story to tell. Mike's crew cheered him like he'd won the Super Bowl, and the site manager gave him a bonus for quick thinking. But here's what made it work. Mike's site had a safety culture. They ran regular fire drills, checked extinguishers monthly, and made sure every worker knew where the Type A extinguishers were. That's the kind of workplace we need, one where everyone's ready. Let's get practical, because I want you to walk away feeling like a fire safety expert. First, always check your extinguisher's label for that green A triangle before you use it. Second, know where your Type A extinguishers are. OSHA says they should be within 75 feet of any work area, so find them on your site. Third, use the pass technique. Pull the pin to unlock, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep side to side to smother the flames. Stand about 6 to 8 feet back to stay safe from heat and smoke, and never turn your back on the fire, even after it's out. It could flare up again. If the fire's too big or spreading fast, don't play hero. Evacuate and call 911. Safety training isn't just about fighting fires, it's about knowing when to get out. And one last tip, check your extinguishers regularly. A dead extinguisher is as good as a paperweight. Here's the bottom line. Mastering Type A fire extinguishers is your first step to owning workplace safety. Class A fires are everywhere. Wood pallets, paper plans, even a trash can spark one. But with the right extinguisher and a clear head, you can stop them before they ruin lives. We're building a culture of safety, where every worker knows their fire types and acts fast. Type A is just the beginning. Next time, we're tackling Class B fires, those tricky, flammable liquids. So you'll be ready for anything. Subscribe now so you don't miss it. So, HSEstudy family, what's your best fire safety tip? Have you ever used a Type A extinguisher? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading every single one. If this video fired you up, smash that like button and share it with your crew. Let's keep learning, stay safe, and make every workplace fireproof.